I think of Fulbright as a life-changing experience.
The experience I had as a Fulbrighter gave me the impetus to move towards what I'm doing at the moment.
The Fulbright scholarship was a very, very enriching experience.
I didn't come back the same person in so many aspects.
I heard about it actually through the university. I used to work at Kenyan University. I was chairman of the Department of Zoology then in 1999, and the university did advertise to the various departments that this opportunity do exist. You know, at that time, things depended a lot on your seniors, and you may make this application and your senior is maybe busy doing other things or not give it priority. So in the end, you might actually miss the deadline, because there are deadlines for them to receive the application.
The application process, from the first sight, you might view it as a very cumbersome or a lengthy one, but if you strategically plan it, it's a very step-by-step process, and it's an easy process. That's what I'll say. And guys at the embassy are very helpful in guiding someone.
Some of the tips I would tell you know, future applicants to this program is that, one, it's a very rigorous program, and two, it's a very competitive program, and three, it's very, very enlightening. Now, the first two, basically it is preparation, and because it is so competitive, you want to be sure that you are able to pass the standardized tests. I'm talking about the TOEFL tests and the GREs, the GMAT. You know, these tests are an integral part of your application. In fact, you will not be accepted on the program if, for example, you fail the TOEFL test.
I did the application reasonably early, and to be honest, I don't know how long it took. It may have been several months before it got to the American embassy. Yeah. The good thing is it finally did. And then what happened thereof is that because Fulbright is not given to institutions, it's given to individuals. Now, as soon as my application reached the American embassy, they started communicating to me directly.
It takes quite a lot. From the first application to the time they call you, it's around 5 to 6 months. So you have just said these people have forgotten about you.
You know, it's a year-long process. So after the application, I waited several months before I was told, you know, by the way, you've been selected for the interview. And then I went for the interview, and after the interview again, it took so long for them to get back to me, because they say, you know, after the interview in Kenya, your name is forwarded to Washington, where there is another panel that sits to scrutinize those applications, after which they forward them to the Fulbright Scholarship Board for approval. And it's not until the Fulbright Scholarship Board has approved the successful candidates that they actually get back to you and say that, you know, you are on the queue to receive this scholarship.
The Fulbright scholarship was a very, very enriching experience, because this is a scholarship that gives you an opportunity to work at some of the best universities in the world with most of the equipment that you would need for the analysis that you want to do. Some of the equipment does not exist in this country. And so when you get that opportunity to go to that place, and as a Fulbright scholar, you have the whole world before you. It is now just you to apply yourself to be able to achieve the things that you set out to achieve.
I think from my personal experience, I really like the way that particular lab was handling postgraduate programs. I had opportunity to teach postgraduate classes as well. apart from running my research.
My study experience as a Fulbrighter, it was generally very good and exciting.
It also makes you meet some of the most useful and most influential people in the world. I had the opportunity to meet people from Russia, from some of the Eastern European countries, people that I would have never met before, some from Western Europe, some of the people that I would have never met before, some people who are Nobel Prize winners.
Spending 2 years in the US were truly life-changing. In fact, since then, I didn't think of Fulbright as just an exchange program, but I think of Fulbright as a life-changing experience.
You know, him actually taking us to the US was his way of showing us that there's so much out there, you know. All you have to do is just go for it. But like, everything just changed about me, you know. The US changed a lot about me, especially Carolina Friends School changed a lot about me.
Traveling is a way of opening your eyes up and, you know, learning a lot of cultures, accepting people's cultures, understanding people's cultures.
A majority of our alumni, when they come back, they move up the scale wherever they are in their various departments. And the things they're doing in the community is a great statement for the success of this program. We have excellent alumni.
I believe that the thought of changing from directly just understanding ecosystems, understanding communities, understanding processes, to linking community needs to policies through science. That's what the experience I had as a Fulbrighter gave me the impetus to move towards what I'm doing at the moment.
I didn't come back the same person in so many aspects. I've established a very good network around me here currently, and my job has posted me to another town, so I don't know, I have to establish a different network there also to come up on some community work, and that's what I enjoy doing.
It was such an eye-opener that it is the one which motivated me to come back here and even expand that idea of picking up now information from marginalized communities, to document the information, to research on the information, and then to start testing it.
One thing I'm really grateful about is the type of education that my children were able to get in the US, the type of exposure they were also able to get in the US. In fact, sometimes they say that they have an edge over their peers because of the exposure they had in the US. So that is one thing that I think we have achieved as a family when it comes to, you know, my husband going to the US on Fulbright scholarship.
We need the science to understand systems in the environment. We need the social component to understand people, and then we need to link those two in a way that can help people find a balance in how they utilize the environment, how they utilize resources to allow for sustainability.